Howdy Pre-Cal, it is Miss Kosh. In this video, I want to talk about why we care about the unit circle. And so I pulled up the unit circle that I just created in my last video. It's a little messy, but here it is. And now we're going to talk about why we care. So looking at this blank unit circle again, if I were to pick any random angle, and I looked at this triangle, if this is my angle theta, in this case it happens to be pi over 6, but it could be any angle on the whole circle, you'll remember that the radius is 1, this is the x-coordinate, and this is the y-coordinate. Okay, so now we want to think about some of our trig ratios. We know that sine is going to be opposite over hypotenuse. So in here, my hypotenuse is always going to be the radius there, because it's across from the 90-degree angle. And if we're looking opposite the theta, that's y. So this is y over 1, which is just equal to y. So what we find here is that the y-coordinate is the sine of that angle. Now let's look at cosine. Cosine is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse. So now the adjacent is not the opposite. It's not the hypotenuse. It's the other one, which is the adjacent right here. So this is going to be x over 1, which is just equal to x. So what we have is that this coordinate is the x coordinate is cosine of theta, the y coordinate is sine of theta, and that happens everywhere on the unit circle. So you have learned, without knowing it, 16 sine and cosine ratios just by knowing the unit circle. You can think of, if you put them in order, x, y, alphabetically is x comes before y. Alphabetically, cosine C comes before sine S. So if you put them alphabetically in order, that might help you remember what's what. We also want to talk about tangent. And so tangent is going to be, let's get some space. Tangent of theta is going to be opposite over no, it's not. Opposite over adjacent, which is y over x, which the y value is the sine. So this is equal to sine of theta over cosine of theta. But you'll also remember that anytime I have the change in y over the change in x, I'm looking at slope. So the tangent of this angle right here is the slope of this line. It's its rise over run. It's the y over x. That just got really messy, but there we go. Okay, so tangent is going to be thought of in terms of slope. Actually, I should have added this page a second time before I did all that mess, because I need it. Duplicate page. Okay, and sorry, everybody. Let's see if I can, I want this. I want all of this to go away. Delete. Nope, not duplicate. Lovely. Okay, that's gone. There we go. Okay, so now on this particular page, do I need this again? I don't know, but just in case, I'm going to duplicate this. You might want to do the same if you're following along with the notes. With this, we're now going to talk about the tangent of all the angles. We will be able in just a minute to answer these questions with sine and cosine and such, because we have the unit circle filled out. But the tangent I want to talk about, so some of those tangent ones, like here's a tangent problem, they get a little bit more tricky. So here we go. This is the circle that's already written on. Here's the one we want, finally. Okay, so we're talking about slope. So if you think about it, this line right here, hopefully you recognize we're not going up, we're not going down, we're just cruising right along. This has a slope of 0. You might say, okay, well, this is the coordinates 1, 0. When I find the tangent, it's going to be the y value over the x value, and sure enough, 0 divided by 1 is 0. So tangent of 0 radians is equal to 0. Likewise, tangent of pi radians over here is equal to 0. The next thing we want to consider is we have this line right here. Can you see which one I'm describing? I'm talking about the pi over 4, pi over 3 line here. This one, this is the coordinate 0, 1, and when I try to do 1 over 0, I'm not Chuck Norris. You are not Chuck Norris. You cannot divide by 0. So what we have here, tangent of pi over 2 is undefined. We were trying to divide by 0, and we can't, so don't do that. Likewise, down here, tangent of 3 pi over 2 is undefined. Okay, So there are the first 4 tangent values that I would say are the easiest. An undefined slope is a vertical line. A slope of 0 is a horizontal line. Those are great. The next 2 that I think are the next easiest, I'm going to do on this circle. The ones after that I'll do it on the different circle. Is this? Well, okay, I was doing great. Okay, here's this line. This, you may remember, is the pi over 4 family. So this is 1 pi over 4. This down here is tangent of 5 pi over 4. Okay, but you'll notice they're on the same line. They have the same slope. This is the coordinate, positive root 2 over 2, positive root 2 over 2. And when you divide something, this y value divided by this x value, they're the same thing. If I take a number and divide it by itself, it equals 1. So hopefully you can see my rise over my run was the same. I went up the same amount that I went over. It have a slope of 1. And so this one down here has a slope of 1. So we can also extend this into the other angles the other ones in the family, the ones that have that pi over 4 as a reference angle. But now we no longer have a positive slope. So tangent of this is 3 pi over 4 would be equal to negative 1. Down here, this is 7 pi over 4, so tangent of 7 pi over 4 would be, it's the same line, it's got the same slope, it's a negative 1. Okay, we're halfway through our tangent values. I would say that these are the easiest ones, but I'm going to help you make the other ones not so bad. Okay, so now let's look at, we have the pi over 6 family to consider. Looks like, is this one here and this one? Okay, pretend I can draw a straight line. I'm really kind of not good at drawing. All of my students know how to make a nice, beautiful straight line in Notability, and I do crap. But anyway, you can't win them all. Okay, this is tangent of pi over 6. The coordinates here are root 3 over 2 comma 1/2. So when I take this, we said it's the slope. It's going to be the y value divided by the x value. Well, when I want to work with this, how do you divide fractions? Keep, change, flip. So keep this, change that to multiply, and flip this over. And now I get the 2's will cancel, and I get 1 over root 3. But I have to rationalize my denominator, so I multiply by what I call a funky form of 1. And so this equals root 3 over 3. So tangent of pi over 6 will be equal to root 3 over 3. Coming down over here, this is 7 pi over 6, so tangent of 7 pi over 6, it's the same slope, root 3 over 3. And now these other ones have the same slope, but they've been reflected, so they're negative. So notice this one right here is going up. Excuse me, this one is going down. It's a negative slope, but it has the same steepness. Can you say that? I think you can. This becomes tangent of 5. This is tangent of 5 pi over 6, and that would be equal to the negative root 3 over 3. And this one is the same line, same slope. So this is 11 pi over 6. So tangent of 11 pi over 6 is equal to a negative root 3 over 3. So far, so good. Now let's look at the pi over 4 family. Oh, I should have done another circle because, anyway, but we're fine. You're fine, you're fine. Okay. Oh, now we're not fine. Come back. There it is. Okay, now we're looking at this one. So pretend I can draw straight lines. This is going to be tangent of pi over 3. Well, and here our coordinates were 1/2 for the x value and root 3 over 2 for the y value. So when I divide, I'm taking this y value, y divided by x, keep, change, flip. The 2's cancel, and this just equals root 3. Okay, so that's root 3, which means when I follow that same exact line, it's going to have the same exact slope. So this down here is tangent of 4 pi over 3, and that's going to be equal to a positive root 3. Now we're up here. This is tangent of 2 pi over 3. It's the same steepness, but it's now negative, so this is a negative root 3. Down here, we're at tangent of 5 pi over 3. Same line as that previous one, so negative root 3. Okay, so if I were with you in class, I would have you hold up your arm, and we would have our arms do these different slopes. But the point that I want to make is I'm going to use yellow. Okay, we said this one was a slope of 1. Okay, so then the question becomes, is this slope here more steep or less steep than 1? Okay, well, it's more steep. Okay, but that doesn't help me a whole lot. If I'm comparing these two, which is going to be a bigger value, root 3 or 1/3 of root 3? Does that make sense? So this, root 3, or this, you could think of this one as, oh, that you can't see that at all. You could think of this as 1/3 of root 3. Well, root 3 is bigger, root 3 is steeper than 1/3 of root 3, and that's how we know which of those go with which. So hopefully, let me see if I can clear that out because there was a lot of clutter. Okay. Hopefully that will help make sense. And now we're going to come down here and look at these problems. So they're going to say, find the exact value of the following. So cosine of pi over 6. Well, let's go back to that original, way back here. Here's pi over 6. Cosine is the x value. The x value is root 3 over 2. So I come back. Okay, there's got to be a better way. This will equal root 3 over 2. Sine of pi over 4, I can go back up to my circle, or I can recognize it's this angle. The sine is my y value, and the pi over 4 family has a whole lot of root 2's. We're in quadrant 1, they're both positive, root 2 over 2. It does have a whole lot of root 2's, but it's root 2 over 2. I just said it fast. Okay, tangent of pi over 3. You know what? Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll shrink this down and put it here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Now, you can always draw out the unit circle, or you can kind of think through this. What I would like you to do ultimately is have this in your head and see it like a map. And okay, so here I am, and so this one is root 3 is this. That's not root 3, pi over 3, my apologies. And this is the one where it's more steep, so this is going to be equal to root 3. Sine of pi over 2 is this. The sine is the y value. This has got the coordinates 0, 1. Its y value is 1. And there we go. Cosine of 0. Okay, so cosine of 0, we're looking at this angle right here. Cosine is the x value. I went out 1 unit. That's also equal to 1. Cosine of pi, this is pi over here. I have gone out in the negative direction 1, so that's equal to negative 1. Sine of 0, this is that angle. Sine is the y value. I didn't go up at all. That's equal to 0. Sine of pi, that's here. My y value, I didn't go up, I didn't go down. I'm equal to 0. Cosine, technically I think we need parentheses, but I didn't type up this part. So cosine of negative pi over 4. This is good. We're going to go this way, pi over 4. So cosine is the x value. My x is positive in this quadrant because it's positive x and negative y. And so this is a positive root 2 over 2. And you see, anytime I see the pi over 4 family, I think root 2 over 2. Okay, sine of 4 pi over 3. Sine of 4 pi over 3 is this one. Sine is the y value. I went over a little and down a lot. Okay, and so this would be a negative 1/2 would be the x value, and a negative root 3 over 2 would be the y value. Negative root 3 over 2 is the correct answer. Cosine of 5 pi over 3 is going to be here. I went over a little in the positive direction, down a lot in the negative direction. This is over a little is 1/2, down a lot is negative root 3 over 2. And I'm really and truly picturing that whole unit circle in my head, and I know exactly where I am, and I think over a little, down a lot. This is really how I do it. Cosine is the x value is 1/2. Tangent of 7 pi over 4, 7 pi over 4 is in this quadrant. That pi over 4 family is either going to be 1 or negative 1. This has a negative slope. This is negative 1. Okay, then we're going to switch it around a little bit. So now on this one, you know what? Let me go grab that page. Let's bring it closer. Let's see if it'll move with me. Come on, come on. Okay, I'll put it right after. There we go. Okay, so on this one, they're saying find theta in the world between 0 and pi over 2 when sine of theta equals root 3 over 2. So on my circle, sine is the y value. So I'm going to look on my circle and see when do I have a y value of root 3 over 2. Well, that is at 2 pi over 3 and pi over 3. Or I should have gone in order, pi over 3 and 2 pi over 3. So this x, nope, it's not x, it's theta. Theta equals pi over 3, and it also equals 2 pi over 3. What I might also do is draw something. I think, okay, it's my y value is I went up a lot, so it's going to be here and here. What is this one? That's 2 pi. What this one is pi over 3. This one is 2 pi over 3. That's another way to think through that. Cosine is my x value, so I'm going to do that second method. I went out a lot, so I'm here and here. Which is the pi over 6 family. So theta would equal 1 pi over 6 to get me in quadrant 1 right here. and it would equal 11 pi over 6 to get me this one in quadrant 4. Tangent is slope. Okay, so think slope. I want a steeper slope. So on here, it's a positive steeper slope. This is the pi over 3 family. So it's 1 pi over 3, and then down here in this quadrant, it's 4 pi over 3 down here. So this is 1 pi over 3, this is 4 pi over 3. Cosine equals 0. Cosine is my x. I want to know when does my x not move at all? Well, here. So this one is at pi over 2, and this one's at 3 pi over 2. So theta would equal pi over 2, comma, 3 pi over 2. Okay, I'm just going to jump around. Well, let's see. Anything else we should look at? It's kind of the same process as all this. I've done a sine, I've done a cosine. Let's do something negative. Let's do these last two here. Okay, so sine is our y value. We're going to be negative, and root 2 over 2 tells me it's a pi over 4 family. So in quadrant 3, that's 5 pi over 4. In quadrant 4, that's 7 pi over 4. Do you see how knowing the unit circle and knowing where everything goes makes a huge difference? Cosine of theta equals negative 1/2. That means I went over a little, and I have these two. So up here in quadrant 2, theta would be equal to 2 pi over 3. And in quadrant 3, I'm equal to 4 pi over 3. And I don't feel like doing the rest of them. Sorry. Okay, on here it says when is tangent positive? Well, we're going to be, tangent is going to be positive in quadrant 1 and quadrant 3. So all of these slopes were positive through those quadrants. Do you see what I'm talking about? When is tangent negative in quadrant 2 and 4? That's not a 4. Okay, so another thing that we sometimes help remember, if I'm looking at my quadrants, I have sine, cosine, tangent, and let's duplicate that. I'm too lazy. Let's see if this goes faster. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Okay, in quadrant 1, my x is, so if you remember, this is a positive x, a positive y. So sine is positive, that's the y. Cosine is positive, that's the x. And then when I divide them, a positive divided by a positive is a positive. Okay, so all of them are positive in quadrant 1. In quadrant 2, my y value is still positive. So here we have a negative x and a positive y. So cosine is negative. And now tangent, when I do a positive divided by negative, it's negative. And so the only thing that's positive here is sine. In this quadrant, this is the negative quadrant. Sine is negative, cosine is negative, but a negative divided by negative gives you a positive. So the one that's positive here is tangent. And now in this quadrant, this is our positive x, negative y. So sine is negative because that's the y value. Cosine is positive because that's the x value. And if I do a positive divided by a negative, it's negative divided by a positive. Y divided by x. Okay, this is also negative. And so the thing that's positive here is cosine. So that might be helpful. And I've seen the little abbreviation, all students, it's not true, but take calculus. But that'll help you remember. In quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4, all of them are positive in quadrant 1. The S, students, sine, is positive in quadrant 2. T, take, tangent, is positive in quadrant 3. And in quadrant 4, C, calculus, C, cosine. And I'm about to start coughing. So I think we are done with this. Once again, you have to practice. So I hope this was helpful. Like, subscribe, comment, and go practice.